Paul, we were just saying it, we deserve that.
Oh, I absolutely think we deserve it, yeah. I thought we showed really good patience throughout the game there, which we knew we were going to have to. It's the big thing, big message today was about being patient in possession. We expected them to do what they did because they've done it really well. They make a block of a back six and a holding midfield player and the keeper, and they're really difficult to break down. And we knew we had to be patient today, and we knew that they were waiting for a little mistake, and they punished us with the one mistake we made first half. It was a ball gets intercepted, and I just said at half time, you've just got to keep doing the things that you're doing, but try and just make it count in the final third. So I'm absolutely delighted for everybody. I thought the fans stuck with us tonight as well. Were really, really good. I thought the players showed a really good attitude to it, really good character to keep going, and we've got the rewards that maybe we should have got something at the weekend, but we didn't. So it was really important tonight that we got a win, not even a draw. It was really important we got a win out of tonight's game.
All of that you've just spoken about, does that come from it being a 90-minute performance?
Probably does, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, we have to accept that we are going to make mistakes, but what you hope is that somebody else covers it up, and unfortunately we didn't on that. You know, I was disappointed with the body language of 3 or 4 players when that ball was intercepted. We cleared the first one, but even then we still didn't react properly. But after that, I thought we got back to doing what we were doing. We kept the ball, we moved it well, got into wide areas, put some better crosses in today. And you think about it, I mean, Joe Garner's hit a one first half and he goes anywhere else but where it did, and it's a goal and it hits their lad on the line. We've got the one where Mox closes the centre-back down in the 18-yard box, it ricochets off him, and that's probably going in the back of the net against us. We've got Finn Back's header at the far post that don't know whether it was out or not, but they kept plugging away, they kept persevering, they kept probing and trying to find that right pass, and in the end we've got 2 good goals that earns us 3 points.
That first half, when something like that happens, they get the goal after the way we've played. Is there a little bit of you that starts to think, here we go again?
When Joe had that one saved on the line, I'm thinking, here we go again. Yeah, I am, because we all know that the biggest problem we've had is scoring goals. You know, it's simple as that, and that's as a team. You know, we had a brilliant delivery from Callum Guy for the corner, and Sam Lavelle makes a great run, perfect delivery, perfect connection, and he smashes it over the bar. And we've got to score from set play soon because we're getting some good deliveries in. Unfortunately, it wasn't tonight, but let's hope it comes very soon. Character
to keep going and to get that equaliser.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. You know, it was about that. It was about keep doing the right things and showing some character. I said at half time, it's about our character. This is a test of our character. Can we keep doing the things right? Can we not lose our heads, not lose our belief in what we're doing? And I thought they did it really well second half.
What a through ball from Callum, that was an absolute peach. Do you think Butts meant it with it, or do you care?
Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the positive thing was he made a forward run. One of the things we were wanting, we had lots and lots of good play, but a lot of it was in front of them. So at half time I said I wanted forward runs. I thought Sean Maguire was making really good runs all game. I wanted Butts to make forward runs, I wanted Jordan Gibson to make forward runs. And the pleasing thing is the delivery over the top. Butts making that run, he got a good bit of contact on it. I don't really know what he meant to do, it doesn't really matter. But Jordan Gibson also followed it and ran in there. And it was one of those things, it looks like a master stroke, because literally about 30 seconds early, it was Gav's idea as well. I'm not claiming the credit for it. Gav said to me, is it worth trying swapping Gibbo and Shawnee for 5 minutes and see whether we can get something different? So credit Gav for that. He said to put Jordan out here, and he made that run into the box, and I thought it was still a really good finish because there was a lot to do. They got good power on it, kept it on target, and thankfully he wheels away and celebrates.
Max Crocombe got something on it. That's the power, that's confidence from a player who's not just the goals he's got so far this season, the way he's been playing.
Yeah, and it's technique as well to keep it on target, because that bouncing ball was a difficult one, but he got really good half volley contact on it. Keeper couldn't get enough on it to keep it out, and I've got to say it was a huge relief to see that hit the back of the net.
Everybody must have felt as low as I did when that Finn Back goal was chalked off. Again, you start to think, oh come on, let's have it.
Yeah, you do, but we knew that we were doing the right things. You see, we knew we kept putting balls in there, we were getting bodies forward. I had a bit of a concern because Owen Moxon and Callum Guy were both so eager to get on the ball and pulling into wide areas that we were leaving the middle of the pitch open a little bit. And although I didn't say it to them tonight, I felt this was a really big game we had to win. We've got to be picking up 3 points in games at home, and this was a real big one that gives us confidence. And I said to the players there that the level of performance that is shown against Bolton, against Portsmouth at the weekend, you know, although we didn't get any rewards, and the level of performance and patience and football that we played tonight, they've got to take belief from that, and they've got to realise that we can be a good side if we keep doing the right things. And that was against a team who couldn't win for the first 6 or 7, whatever, and then they've had 4 straight victories. That's what we've got to try and strive to achieve. We've got to get a run of results that lifts us up the table, that gives everybody beliefs and keeps everybody thinking that we've got a real fighting chance.
Set pieces and crosses, they were all giving Burton a defensive test, and we got our reward when Gibbo puts one in the right place, Terry's there, and Joe Garner does what Joe Garner does. Yeah,
well, I think first half we had 17 crosses went in the box and we only had a first contact once, and that was something we had to be better at. So Terry's got a really good spring on him. Jordan showed good composure to clip it far post, and whether Terry was aiming to lob it far to the far post or whatever, I don't really care, but it was a really calm bit of football, and thankfully it's a winner.
I'm going to mention a couple of individuals. Joe Garner, he just keeps going, and he's probably been man of the match for a few of our games recently.
I think Joe's been excellent, really has. You know, there was a period where I was concerned about his legs, but he's come in, he's done a fantastic job. Even when he's not scoring, he's a real focal point for us, he's a target. I thought he stuck to his job really well tonight, and he's got his rewards with another goal, so I'm delighted for him. And I think you look at the 2 centre-backs, Sam Lavelle and John Mellish were absolutely outstanding tonight, really were. Jack Armour's put in probably 2 of his best performances on Saturday and today. Thought Finn was good again, and unfortunately got a dead glute, so he got a kick up the backside and it was a bit sore, so we took him off because he was struggling a bit. But everybody stuck to the job. Sean Maguire probably had one of his best games in terms of his link-up play and his running. So a lot of good things, but we have to do that. We've got to have that from us. If we're going to get results in this league, we need 7 or 8 of our players each game to come out on top against their opponent, and I think tonight we've done that.
Staying on Joe, just importantly, he's shown us he can do the Saturday. He's answered the Saturday-Tuesday question.
Yeah, well, we wrap him up in cotton wool. We keep him off feet for a couple of days, and it's working at the moment. We've just got to stay with it. I mean, you know, when JJ got injured in the Accrington game and has been missing for a while, you wonder, you know, what we're going to do about it, because he is a big loss to us. You know, the directors allowed us to push the boat out and bring somebody like JJ in, and to lose him was a big blow. But I think Joe has stepped up to the plate, and he's doing a really good job for us, and hopefully that continues.
Dan's first league start, he's answered a few questions as well, probably questions he had of himself.
Yeah, well, he's certainly answered the questions that I've been asking of him, because I've asked him to be more productive. I've asked him to, you know, he's got to be effective in games, because he's a little bit like I was as a player. He doesn't bring a hell of a lot to us out of possession, but when he's on the ball, he's a talented boy. He can go past people, he can get you up the pitch, and I'm thinking about one run he had in the first half down this left-hand side where he's gliding past people. So he's got to keep this up now. He's got to keep doing the right things. You know, it may not be the right system for us this weekend. I'll have to have a think about that. It may be that he's come in, and if Alfie's fit, Alfie may come back into it. But it's nice to be able to get somebody to come into it, and it shows that if you do it properly in those games like you did against Blackpool, then it's going to benefit you in the games when you get that opportunity.
We mentioned that character word right at the start. To respond to, it was massively disappointed on Saturday. To respond in this way, that is genuine character.
Yeah, it was massively disappointing, but when we did a bit of a review looking in towards this game on Monday, I just went through some clips. Yes, I showed them some good play, but I talked about areas where we had to be better, and also areas that it would be even better if we could do it a little bit differently. So we reviewed it because it wasn't all good. There was things that we needed to improve, and thankfully we've took it into tonight, and we've been much better.
How big is it for everybody to get that win?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I'm from a selfish point of view, it's massive for me because it doesn't have make my night a bit better. But as I said earlier, I thought the fans stuck with us tonight, so I'm really pleased that they're going home on the back of a result like that. And I think I heard over the tannoy, was it over 6,000 on a Tuesday night? It's fantastic. They had 100 and whatever, which credit to them for making the journey up here. But nah, listen, it's a big result for everybody. The players can take belief, the fans can hopefully take belief from it. But we've got to do it again. We go to Cambridge and we've got to make sure the level of performance is right. So now it's about best professionals recovering, getting rested up and ready to go again.
You mentioned Alfie. What was the deal with him, boss?
Yeah, he came off on Saturday because he had a bit of tightness around the top of his thigh. We were a little bit concerned that he had a slight strain, but that's really settled over the last couple of days. He tried to train yesterday but felt as though he couldn't really open up, so I made a decision not to risk him. He's coming in for treatment again today and he's feeling a lot better again. So I'm hoping come Thursday he should be able to go out and train, and then we'll make a decision from there.